Hey, Antoine, I know you're a rookie in this league, but when you get to this point of the season, you start to run out of games, right? So is there a sense among this team of just how maybe these next two will tell a lot about what you're competing for in January or December?
Yeah, like Coach said earlier this week, we got two more games, then we got the bye week, and then we'll see where we stand. So our goal is, take one game at a time, go out here, give it our best, and we'll see where we are after the bye week.
And when you watch the Rams and all the motion and everything they do, what is it that is unique to them in terms of creating space for their players?
Yeah, a lot of motion, a lot of stuff to get your eyes messed up, a lot of play action and bootlegs. So we just got to make sure that we're disciplined in our reads and what our jobs are.
Thanks.
Next up is Greg Allman.
Hey, Antoine, I was just going to ask you, this is something I'm sure you're dealing with as just another new aspect of being in the NFL, but just what you do differently on a night game, what you do to keep yourself from getting too stagnant, sitting around doing nothing, how you get to an 8 p.m. kickoff without losing your mind.
Well, I just do my best to just keep preparing through the event. So, it's a night game, so we still have that whole day to prepare. So just by watching film, going back over my notes constantly is something that I do to keep preparing myself to get ready to go out there and play.
For you, does it help at all? I mean, you have these two practices, one at the stadium tonight, to get yourself in the mindset of doing things at a different time of day than your body clock is used to.
Yeah, for sure. Because we did it in college. When we had games at night, we would go and practice at night up in Minnesota. So I enjoy doing it that way because it just gets you mentally prepared.
Thanks, Antoine.
Yep.
Okay, next up is Jenna Lane.
Hey, Antoine, along the lines of Greg's question, and I talked about this a little bit with Levante, he said the same thing, that he used some of that extra time to study a little bit more. But is there a danger almost in studying too much, like the day of the game, because you could get, mentally worn out by the time, kickoff rolls around? Is there a danger in almost doing too much preparation, or is that not something you've experienced?
I don't think there's any danger. You want to be as prepared as possible, and I feel like if you can continue to prepare until the event, you'll be better off. So I don't think there's any danger with preparing through the event.
What makes this, and Rick mentioned it a little bit already with the motion and the play action, but what are some of the unique challenges that this offense and this quarterback, Jared Goff, that they present?
Yeah, I would say just their misdirection. A lot of jet motions, a lot of bootlegs and play action passes is what they do well. And that's something that we have to make sure that we go out there and make sure we're reading the right things, keying in the right things, and not getting our eyes confused with looking at too many different things. So we got to make sure that we're disciplined in our play.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go over to Matt Matera.
Hey, Antoine. One of the big keys for when the Bucs have been winning has been the defense has been able to clamp down in the second half of games. What would you contribute to the success that you guys have had when the going gets tough?
Yeah, I would just say just how we practice. It starts in practice. Whatever you do in practice, you do in games. And so making sure that we emphasize that we're finishing throughout our practice, finishing our last few periods on strong is, I think, has been helping us, and it shows during the game. One thing I feel like we do need to work on is starting faster. And so that's kind of been our goal this week, just to start fast and just finish through.
Is there anything in particular you can do in practice to kind of start faster, or is it more of just an overall mindset?
It's a mindset. Getting everybody ready to start fast. I feel like it's just a mindset that we have. And so doing that in practice ultimately carries over into the games.
Thanks.
We're going to go over to Taylor Jenkins.
Antoine, I know it was probably a little tough getting ready for the season with, a limited offseason, no preseason games, but how comfortable are you at now, 10, 11 games in, moving from that free safety spot and playing in the box, playing in the slot if you have to, just moving around on this defense?
Very comfortable. We're already, this is week 11? It's crazy how fast the time flies. But I feel like I've just been getting more and more comfortable after each and every game. So I feel very comfortable moving around and the defensive scheme and everything like that.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, our last one's from Jenna Lane.
Antoine, you mentioned that you do spend some time before the game doing some extra studying if you have that time. What are some of the types of things that you're looking at, that you're studying in those hours before kickoff, before it's time to kind of get yourself ready physically?
Yeah, I would say just reading over my call sheet, just watching film on the guys, watching just like a full game of what they do or like their last game, and just pretty much playing the calls out in my head as I'm watching film, just so I can get prepared to go out and do those.
And with these primetime games, I know everything in the NFL is so new to you, but what was it like the first time you took the field? I know there weren't any fans there, but what was it like for you the first time you took the field and it was those bright lights and it's nighttime and you've got all these TV cameras around? What was that experience like?
Yeah, it's a crazy experience. It's fun, just to be out there playing, but knowing that it's prime time, it's really awesome. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to have any fans out there, so you couldn't really feel it in the moment. But knowing that it was a prime time game, it was a great feeling.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, Antoine.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.